Bagnaia from Martin. Bastianini on the outside of the front row. Lights are out. We are underway. Another good start from Enea Bastianini from the front row of the grid. But it looked like a good one from Jorge Martin too this time. But it looks like Bastianini may have the inside line down into turn one. Martin lets the brake off. He's got to go wide, and he does. And Bastianini comes through. Bagnaia comes through. And look at Quartararo, who's made a great start. He's sat up by Martin, who drops to fifth in turn two.
It gets so tight into turn one. Jorge Martin was just that little bit too aggressive, went wide, and now he's back in fifth place.
So at the front, it is Enea Bastianini from Alex Marquez as Marco Bezzecchi tries to hold off Jorge Martin through turn four. Just what Pecco Bagnaia would have wanted in one way is that he is ahead of Jorge Martin. But two riders who look like they both have more pace than him yesterday are in front.
Yeah, Bastianini will be loving this because we've got the feeling, we were well aware that Ducati have said, look, if you can win the race, go out and win it. So for him, it was all about the start. He was patient into turn one. He let the others outbrake themselves, and he just slotted in.
Here we go, we're on board with Marco Bezzecchi looking at the rear of Jorge Martin. We know how aggressive Martin can be on the first lap. He's going to try and let Bezzecchi outbrake himself as Miller comes from downtown Kuala Lumpur to overtake Fabio Quartararo. And this is where Martin made the move yesterday on Bagnaia, and now he makes it on Bezzecchi.
It is boring. Front tyre pressures and track limits are officially... Oh, I don't even want to talk about it.
Just a turn off. We don't want to see it decide our sport as Bagnaia and Martin's going to attack. Here he is coming through.
Go wide.
He's got to go wide. Let's go Bagnaia, run him up onto the curbs. This is what we want to see. These are our title hopefuls, and they are duelling it out here in the heat of Malaysia. He had more pace. Here comes Martin again, up towards turn four. He's got the wheel alongside. Is he able to pass? Does he run wide? He crashed here in practice during qualifying this weekend. And he's gone through. Does he hold on? He's got the inside line. Bagnaia touched it out around turn five. That is brave from Bagnaia, but that's what a champion does.
It so is. He knew exactly where Jorge Martin was. That is so brave.
Miguel Oliveira has now crashed out also. Bagnaia is not getting the big points here. 16 for third, 13 for fourth, 25 for the win, of course, and 20 for second place. Who is it who's crashed out here? And it's Alicia Sparger. Well,
he's crashed there before this weekend.
How many crashes this weekend will that
be? His fifth.
Something like that. It was
crashed 4 times on Friday. Oh, Brad's down. Do you know what? I'm going to say it was starting to look a little bit impatient, was Brad, behind Digit. Turn 9, I'm guessing.
Here we go then, Enea Bastianini just has over 3 miles remaining in this Malaysian Grand Prix to take his first victory of the season out of nowhere. Alex Marquez second, Bagnaia third, Martin is in fourth. Frankie Morbidelli's just got through on Fabio Di Gianantonio and he's closing in fast on Jack Miller. In fact, has just got Miller across the line. So Morbidelli's had a good second half to this race. Another one, and we'll talk about Marc Marquez gearing themselves up for the switch to Ducati. Looks like Frankie is too.
Yeah, you can't blame him, can you? He'll be excited. Getting on that Pramac Ducati next year.
There's so many things
to look forward to.
I'm just thinking about whether this man's in red or not next year, because it's almost been said to him, probably thinking that if Martin wins, we'd like him on our bike. And you just have to feel for Enea Bastianini. What actually, apart from the Barcelona incident, which was his fault, he hasn't done anything really wrong, has he? Just being in the wrong place at the wrong time.
You're so right. Yeah, the initial crash in the first sprint race in Portimao, he did nothing wrong. He got absolutely punted off by Luca Marini and fell awkwardly. And then he was out for so long, wasn't he? Like I say, he's made one mistake this year, and it's MotoGP. It's hard. Ask Alvaro Bautista. It's that the reality of what you're dealing with here. If you're a little bit off the pace, half a second a lap, you are literally nowhere. I'm so pleased for Bastianini.
It's fantastic to see, isn't it? Since Aragon last year, things not quite gone his way. He was second here 1 year ago, so perhaps if we'd have looked in the runes, we might have seen it, that Bastianini had the pace around the Sepang International Circuit. Alex Marquez yesterday, and today Enea Bastianini. And Bagnaia rounding out the podium to extend his championship lead. To the line for Enea Bastianini, and look at what it means to him as he crosses the line for his first win as a factory Ducati rider. Alex Marquez is second, and Pecco Bagnaia beats Jorge Martin to the line for third. Martin picks up 13, Bagnaia picks up 16, and Bagnaia's lead is back out to 14 with 2 events remaining in this championship.